I got sauce, and I swear it's nothing that can do with it. I got sauce, oh my God. I got sauce, I pay that cost. Now I got sauce.
All right, I'm fucking starving Marvin over here. My name is Zippy. I'm here with Ameen.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm also starving, Marvin. I'm very hungry. Yeah, let's eat.
Hell yeah. We got some meat lovers from Cosmos Pizza here in Denver. We got Moloch hot sauce right here.
Tears of Moloch.
Let's see how spicy this shit is. I'm pretty good with spice, but I guess we'll have to find out how good I really am. We got some random fucking fiat cash lying around. Shit. Got it, you know.
All right.
All out with this
Seems
pizza.
like we have our party supplies.
Straight up. All right. So you're the founder of Moloch DAO. You wanna let me know what that is? I gotta warn you. I'm like dumber than a third grader. So like.
All right. I made a like punk rock nonprofit to help fund open source Ethereum development. So Ethereum's blockchain. Basically 3 years ago, it was bear market. Everyone was poor, and so a bunch of us pooled money to help pay the devs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. And where's it going? What do you guys got planned for the future or?
Yeah. So it started a couple of years ago. Raised money from a couple people. Raised a couple $1 million. Eventually, gave out some grants. We were, the first grant into Tornado Cash, which was a privacy protocol. You might have heard it was recently sanctioned by OFAC. It's not a great look, but we're working on it. Helped fund a lot of ETH2 development, basically research, and now it's helped spawn a lot of other DAOs. DAO is a fancy word for club. Okay. So it's basically just a group of people getting together. Some people call it like a group chat with a bank account, which is a funny way of, it's like we all get together, pool some money, spend it on whatever we want, right? Like me and my friends, we made one for paying developers to write code. But other people have also made them for other things, to fund whatever else they want with their group of friends. And they can use the same code and do so pretty easily.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm going to find out how garbage this pizza is. I'm fucking starving. That was very insightful. Thank you.
Yeah, man. How do we get in on this?
Yeah. Damn, these slices are like massive.
Mammoth slices. Shout out to Cosmos.
I was doing some tie-dye earlier. I hope I don't tie-dye my pizza.
All right. It's very good. Thin crust. I like it. Meat tastes good.
I don't know. I'm always I'm very against the cardboard box. I never understood it. It actually, I feel like it makes the pizza mad soggy.
Well, take some of the oil out.
Maybe there should be a PizzaDAO. Should advocate for the quality of pizza.
I mean, some people even use Moloch DAOs to fund their like keggers. They like their beer drinking Sunday events.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 20 people throw down money, and then they spend it, and whatever's left, people leave with.
Hell yeah. So
put some hot sauce on this. Get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, hell yeah. We gotta see how spicy this shit is. Thank you. So I heard you mention Tornado Cash, and I heard you talking about it on the panel outside as well. So you want to elaborate on that and tell me what that's about?
Yeah. So when you use a blockchain, all of your transactions are public and transparent. Mm-hmm. Like you can look at a transaction and then you can see the address that made it, and then you can also look at the entire history of all of the transactions they've ever also made.
So it's like complete transparency.
Complete transparency, right? So people want privacy for a number of reasons. They just don't want, other people to know how much money they have, how much money they're making, things like that. Sometimes it's like a, security thing. And so the way to get that is, well, you have to create some sort of fresh account that doesn't have like a transaction history associated with it. How do you create a fresh account? Most people, they'll go through something like Coinbase. They'll deposit their money with an exchange, and then they'll pull that out to a fresh address, and then they have money at this fresh address, and only Coinbase really knows who they are and
Right.
what their address was.
Gotcha.
But we were trying to figure out a way so that we could do this using cryptography and just code and not needing a specific person to like be that sort of privacy intermediary that also sort of has your secrets. So we made this thing called Tornado Cash, which is implementation of ZK Snarks, which is just like, you know, magical cryptographic stuff. It's new, but it allows you to basically deposit into a program, and the program later allows you to withdraw. It gives you like a little note. You turn in the note, and the note's unique to your deposit. And then that note, you can prove that you were that deposit and you haven't already deposited, but it doesn't say like which one you were. And so all anybody else sees is that you put in some money to that program, and then sometime later, some money went out of that into a fresh address, and
Okay.
they can't tell which
Whose
one's
address
which.
that-
That's right.
okay,
And so it's a way for people to protect their privacy while they're using these like fully transparent, you know, blockchains to do their financial transactions.
So question is
I gotta take a bite after that.
yes. Wouldn't they not be able to see at least who's buying through Tornado Cash? So maybe they don't know where it ends up, right? But couldn't they still see like who
Yes.
is buying into it?
Yeah.
So
So like when you look at it, you can see like, oh, here's Ameen, you know, he sent money to Tornado Cash. That's all you see.
so
And
you
then-
don't even see an amount.
You can see the amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Amin buys Tornado Cash,
Mhm.
and then he withdraws it,
Mhm.
but it's to a random address.
Yeah.
But it's the same amount.
Yes.
So couldn't you?
Well, everybody pools the same amount. So there's like a 1 ETH pool, a 10 ETH pool, a 100 ETH pool, and so everybody
got
puts
you.
in 1 or 10 or 100, etc.
Fucking smart out here. You heard?
Yeah.
How's this hot sauce?
It's good.
Yeah.
Adds a kick.
That shit's fire.
I like it.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I'm from Brooklyn. We're here in Denver. This pizza is surprisingly good, though. I got some pointers for you, Cosmos. First of all, very big slices, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Also, I hope the guys behind the counter are Italian. Otherwise, we got some cheetah tech. We got some cheetah print tech. If the bottom of your pizza doesn't have the cheetah print tech, that's not pizza. All right, and you gotta have the spider web tech in the fucking crust. What's going on over here? Tell me, how's your crust? Crust looking alright?
I don't really eat the crust.
You don't really eat the crust?
No.
If it's good pizza, crust is the best part.
Yeah. I'm happy with the pizza.
Yeah?
I'm pretty hungry. Hungry's a pretty good sauce.
Well, I got no complaints, honestly. It's good. I don't even normally eat topping pizza, but this shit is gas.
Yeah.
So being that you are,
It's a nice shirt.
oh, thank you. I believe you might be the founder of Spank Chain.
Yeah, it's my company.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, glad to meet you, bro. You want to elaborate on Spank Chain for me?
Yeah, sure. I'll give the lowdown. So we made Spank Chain a couple years ago. It's basically a point of sale system for sex workers and porn stars. So we all made a product called Spank Pay, and it's like porn sites. You can do your standard checkout and accept crypto, pay with debit, and like they get to cash it out to their bank or hold it stable or cash it out to crypto. We also have it for like models who have their own like personal payment portal. So it helps them accept crypto, keep it stable, cash it out, and have another way of accepting money that is, well, I'm not going to shut them down for, using it for accepting tips, but Square Cash or Venmo or PayPal will probably shut them down for, stuff like that.
Right. So theoretically,
Yeah.
right? Could you get paid via Spank Cash
Mhm.
and withdraw it into Tornado Cash and have it be completely anonymous that way?
Yeah, so Spank Pay provides you a little bit of like, privacy. So like one of the things is like if you want to accept money, a lot of porn stars have started to adopt Ethereum. And so you can see on their Twitter profiles, they have like .eth in their name. And what that is a way of, it's actually a name for an address. And so they have a wallet and you can actually like send them money at that address. You know, the Ameen.eth or something is like short for like 0x, 2, 3 for whatever the fuck, right? And so you can send it money, but now it's all public, right? You get paid there. Everybody knows how much money you got sent there.
Right.
Everybody, and so what we do with SpankPay is we create separate deposit addresses. So every time somebody gets money, we swap out the address. We use a different one. That protects their privacy. But what you asked is even more hardcore.
Meta, bro.
So, like, in theory, yeah, models could collect, ETH, cash it out to their wallet, and then put it through Tornado and withdraw it and be anonymous. Now, I will say they could have done this until a month ago when the Treasury Department sanctioned the Tornado Cash contracts, and now no American citizens can legally use Tornado Cash to protect their privacy.
Damn.
Yeah, it really sucks. I'm actually kind of mad about it because the government also, what they said was that like carved out a special exception just for themselves. So it's like,
Of course.
right? So it's like, no, like Americans can't use it unless you're working for the government.
Wow.
So like whoever the CIA agents that are using Tornado to keep your money safe, like you're welcome.
You tell me you earning fees?
From Tornado? No. For SpankPay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we take like 1%.
I wish you
As a
did
fee.
earn fees on Tornado. That way you could tax this government. Just like they taxing us.
Yeah, I think it's important that we find new ways to protect our privacy without going to jail or like, having it exploded by the government.
Well.
It's kind of annoying when they do that.
Wow. So you're working on big things. This is really like I feel like we're going places.
Yeah, I think we are too. I think it's a journey we're all on together. Couldn't happen without all of us.
Where do you think the industry is going to be in about like 5-10 years?
Well, 10 years ago it didn't exist. 5 years ago, Ethereum was like starting to be useful. That's when I started to get into it. It was pretty funny, like nothing existed. We talk about stable coins like they're pretty common now. I remember eating pizza at Roberta's in Brooklyn. Bushwick.
Really?
Yeah, Roberta's.
Yes.
$20 pizza. We sent 1 ETH back and forth as pizza money. ETH was $20.
Yes. Oh my
So
God.
we didn't have any stable coins,
Wow.
There wasn't any DAI, there wasn't any USDC. All of
Yeah.
those things were like the best thing ever when they came out.
Right.
So and everything that's
This
happened
kind of
to us-
reminds me of the most expensive pizza ever. The guy who bought a pizza
Yeah.
with Bitcoin.
Wasn't that bad, but
Yeah.
ETH is, I don't know, $1,500-$1,700 right
Yeah.
now. So like that's a grand pizza.
Yeah, that's a fucking expensive pizza right there.
Yeah. So well, hopefully you could buy even more pizzas
Yeah.
with crypto in 5 years.
Well, whoever you sent that $20 worth of ETH to definitely could, right?
That's right.
Shit.
Yeah, I think everything will keep going. This is a conversation. We're having it. We're trying to like make it simple. Talk about DAOs, NFTs, cryptocurrencies, stable coins, all this stuff, right? And it's gonna be just like the internet, where it's like weird at first, and then everyone gets it all of a sudden, and it all just makes sense, and it's part of your daily life. I think it's all going the same way. The really cool thing would be, the same way that when the internet came out, the government tried to ban cryptography so that like all your messages were plain text and they could read all of it. And then nerds were like, yeah, fuck that. We're going to make encryption algorithms to try to like export that shit. And the government's like, that's illegal because actually the export of cryptography is a weapon. Like you can't do that. We got to put real limits on how we, control cryptography. And the nerds were like, this is dumb. I'm printing
Can't
it out
make
on
your
a
own
t-shirt
language?
and I'm walking across the border, So they did that stuff. They printed it out in books. They figured out ways around it, and ultimately they sued the U.S. government and won. So for free speech grounds, there were like professors that were teaching, the material like as part of a comp sci class, and they were restricted by the government. They said, no, you cannot do this, and they were like, well, we're going to sue because this is impeding our free speech. And that's exactly what's happening right now with Tornado. Is that Coinbase is actually bankrolling 6 people who had money in it to sue the government for overstepping their boundaries on denying American citizens the right to protect their privacy using this tool that we made. And I think that's pretty cool. And I think that the nerds are probably going to win again. And the future that would be funny in 5 years is like, you know, the use of tornadoes like mandated, you know, or like like
You
everybody,
gotta keep your money
yeah,
down.
like
It's
everybody
like-
uses it. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing, you know. It's like we just normalize, you know, personal privacy for your finances also.
Hell yeah.
So I think.
And you actually got Coinbase fighting on behalf of Tornado Cash for this.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Coinbase stepped up themselves. A lot of respect for Brian Armstrong for doing this. You know, that's the difference between Brian Armstrong and some of the other exchange CEOs, is that he's like a Bitcoin missionary. You know, he cares about technology, he cares about the mission, and he identifies, you know, he sees Ethereum like protecting its privacy with Tornado Cash as just like one of the types of attacks that the government might throw at Bitcoin too. And so he's willing to step up to the plate and help protect, you know, the people who were using it, even though it's an Ethereum thing, because we are sort of all in this together.
Well, respect to that, man.
Yeah.
100%. That's crazy.
No, another slice of pizza after that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking got pizza all over the place. I'm fucking drooling. I guess this pizza really can't be that bad, huh? This shit is gas. And it's got a bunch of money on it. I gotta say though, this shit is cold. Cold as fuck. I wish this shit was out of the oven.
The pizza was ready a little bit earlier than the set was.
Yeah. That's all good though.
It's great.
Shit still hits the spot, you know? And this fucking Moloch hot sauce for the win.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Thank you, Metacartel Ventures,
100%. Thank you, bro.
for producing the Moloch hot sauce. I made that one too.
Really?
Metacartel Ventures.
Oh, shit.
I didn't
guy's
make the whole
fucking
thing.
gangsta,
I just wrote
bro.
the code for it.
Really? Okay.
It uses the Moloch version 2 code base.
I mean, without the code, what is it though, right?
I don't know. I guess it's like a bank, like actual bank account. It's a lot more paperwork, a lot more annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, crypto's great. I try to avoid paperwork. Moloch DAO is really funny. We raised, you know, millions of dollars from like 25 people in 10 countries. Nobody signed shit.
Yeah. Holy shit.
The reason we could do that and that people trusted that this would be okay, they weren't trusting me with their money, because the program, actually the Moloch program, the contract, you know, you deploy it to Ethereum and then it runs. It has like certain functions. One of those functions is called rage quit. And so it's like, you know, in a video game where you slam your keyboard, I'm out, you know, fuck this. Well, you can rage quit a DAO. So you put some money in and there's like a proposal period, takes a week, vote. Let's say the vote doesn't go your way. You're like, I don't want to spend my money on this.
Right.
If you feel strongly enough, there's another 7 days grace period before the proposal is actually executed and the money's spent. You can rage quit. So you can take your share of whatever money you have left in the group and bounce. You don't need to ask anyone's permission. You don't need to talk to anyone. You don't need to, and so like, you know, when I try to explain like what's the benefit of a DAO, right? Like you're like, oh, you know, DAO sounds weird. It's a club. Why not just make a club? You know, banks, I get that, legal contracts, whatever. But like the reason to not do it that way is because the amount of fucking paperwork that you would need to do, the people you need to talk to set this up in this way is like really hard. You'd have to like get a whole lawyer, you know, make a legal contract, get a bank account, like make the rule, you know, the bylaws that says that like if the
Write a
person wants
contract
to
for it or
leave
some
with
shit.
their money, that you know, they can do that. And then you need to like figure out a voting system. Like how do you collect signatures on proposals? Like how do you authenticate the people that did it? Like, you know, and then if I want to exit, like now I have to like ask the operator, whoever the admin of the bank account is or whatever, I have to send them a thing that's like, hello, can you please withdraw to my account? You know, and like any number of those humans or institutions could fail or get stuck or delay or whatever,
Say no,
right?
right.
And it's like annoying to have to ask. And so when you just have your money in the Moloch DAO, you push rage quit, you get it.
Moloch DAO said, yo, better have my money when I come to collect.
That's right.
Immediately.
Moloch DAO said governance by consent. Moloch DAO said, you will not spend my money if I don't like where it's going. I will
Right.
take my ball and go the fuck home. And actually,
Give me my money.
that was like a big reason why people joined in the first place, because they were like, all right, you want me to join your nonprofit? How do I get my money out if I don't like what you're doing? I was
Right.
like, whenever you want. for no, and they're like, sounds good, I'm in.
Fuck yeah.
And like I feel the same way. Like I would join basically any Moloch DAO because I know that like if it doesn't go in the way that I want, I can just leave whenever
this
I
way
want.
You're ensuring your money's going where you want it to go.
That's right. It'd be cool if like other nonprofits work that way. You know, a lot of times you hear about people donating to some nonprofit and then they go off on a tangent or they take the money and you have no recourse. You can't do anything. You gave the donation. It's gone, right? So with Moloch, it's kind of a different structure. Like it's like a pledge. You know, you've put the money there and you're willing to, you know, entertain proposals to spend it, but like until the actual, you know, you consent and like the proposal goes through and you leave the money there, like it's not spent. And like because, you know, the other people in the DAO, in the group, when they want to figure out how to spend the money, just because everybody has the opportunity to leave, they have to do things that won't make people leave.
Right.
So there's a sort of game theory there where you're like, oh, well, I don't want to piss everyone off enough that they actually all rage quit, so I'm not going to like, you know, swing the vote on some proposal and like split the DAO.
So it incentivizes people to
cooperate.
Right.
Yeah.
And incentivizes the DAO to give the people what they want.
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
You always have your minority protection. Your minority protection is like embedded at the level of the code. That's why people trust it. They don't need to go through layers of bank and legal and, you know, government infrastructure to get their money out.
So it sounds like this whole world is like based on having control of your own money.
That's right. We care a lot about sovereignty.
I don't think people really understand how little control they really have over their own money.
Yeah. Your money's a number in a bank account. And that's why, you know, with SpankChain, we started there. Because the people who are often the most discriminated against by banks and financial institutions are sex workers and porn stars. Wow. So we thought that they would, you know, be a good community to try and build stuff for.
And they just so happen to be hot and sexy.
That doesn't hurt.
Why? Oh, man. This pizza's still hitting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. One complaint, Cosmos, your slice is too big, bro.
Bad UX.
All right, so we're fucking back after some fucking bozo fucking died of battery or some shit. Technical difficulties. From what I understand, there's Moloch DAO.
Yeah.
But what is a Moloch? Is there like a difference?
Yeah. So Moloch was the meme. It was the name of a blog post that I read. It was called Meditations on Moloch. Okay. And I read it, and it described Moloch as this like god of coordination failure. You know, it's not actually like a demon god that controls us, but like it's fun to think about it like one. You know, you can see examples of Moloch in action. You know, what is coordination failure? You know, it's we all want to do something, work together, but we can't because maybe we don't trust each other enough. So an example is like, you know, governments, they want to spend money on healthcare, infrastructure, education, but we spend the money on guns and bombs and planes. Why do we do that? Because if we all tried to disarm at the same time, the ROI on being that last person, that last motherfucker who has all the guns is astronomically high, because now you get to take everyone else over and you just win, right? And so Moloch describes these types of situations where, you know, people want to work together, but they can't all.
Moloch, bro.
Yeah, it's like that. So, yeah, long story short, I just really like this meme. It put a word on an anxiety I had all my life, which is like, why can't we get along? Why can't we have nice things? And I read about this, discovered Ethereum, and I was like, man, with Ethereum, we can like build things to coordinate better. You know, maybe we can actually solve these problems that we have. And how do I tell the world about this idea? Well, I'm going to make Moloch DAO, call it Moloch, and if it works, maybe more people will read the blog post.
Hell yeah.
That was my whole plan. So far, it's worked.
Fuck yeah. I mean, seems like memes are a great way to like attract attention, and it's like a big part of this world. And is you think memes have like a big value in this?
Yeah, let me take a big bite of this guy.
Well, that shit is hot.
Yeah, spiked it up.
Fuck.
Oh.
I typed violated on that one.
All right, I'm going to talk about memes while cringing.
Yeah. Sweating bullets over here.
Memes are great.
I'm about to cry.
Cool. So like, memes are everything, you know. The point, like, memes are also like coordination tools. So like, you know, we have Moloch meme, and some people were not into it, but it acted as a mimetic filter. Let me. You're staring off into this, so I'm gonna tell you what that means.
Bro. I'm a third grader.
Yeah. So, you call it Moloch DAO. It keeps out everybody who's not down with the meme. You know, everybody shows up. They're like, I don't like how you called it that. That sounds demonic. And we're like, yeah, it is. This is like a punk rock.
life.
It was a punk rock charity. You know, you have to be down with the Moloch meme. You know, and that was cool. Metacartel. You know, it's called Metacartel. They have a big chili icon.
Hell yeah.
You know, and that
I get it, bro, because that shit is chilly.
Yeah. But they did that to attract a certain type of person. And, like, we can use memes to coordinate people, groups, ideas, journeys. That's what we're all about.
Hell yeah.
There's an invitation for other people to come join me in the meme making. And now Moloch has, like, comic books. There's 4 issues of a comic book about Moloch. People, like,
really?
it's like a bunch of, you know, Ethereum, like, superheroes gather around and defeat Moloch by working together. People's kids are reading it. They like it. When you're a kid, you have the same question. You're like, why can't we all get along? Why do we have to do all this crazy shit?
Yeah.
None of the parents or adults have any good explanations.
Yeah.
You know? So it's still something that, you know, it's not like I didn't feel this anxiety as a kid, too. I felt it all the way until I was 25. No one had a good enough explanation of why we can't get along until I read that blog post. That's why I felt so strongly about sharing it with everyone. Memes, man.
Now we putting in
Had my life taken over by a meme.
Hell yeah.
I got meme jacked.
Got meme jacked. Let's go.
All right. Are we good here?
What time is it?
It's time.
4:20, bro.
Hey, I have a special
shit.
appointment. 4:20. I have to fish this out of my hair.
You see this guy? Elite.
Happy 420.
Yo, that shit smells like the gas.
Yeah. Happy 420.
Exotics. My man Exotic over here. Don't
Yeah,
fuck
man.
around.
Great chat.
Yo,
Thanks for
I
having me.
mean, thank you, bro. I like the adaptation. No Molochs. Over and out.
Over and out. Thank you guys. That was cool. Smoked up the whole.
Thanks for watching, pussies.
What he said.
Let's FG.
Free pizza.
Hey, this is Cheech,
This is John.
and we want to thank PizzaDAO.
I was sleeping.
Free pizza.
We all know that rejection breeds obsession. I wanna suffer, but I also want attention.
Hey, pizza dough, wag me.
I was sleeping.
I'm wagging myself.
I was sleeping. We all know that rejection breeds obsession. I wanna suffer, but I also want attention. I was sleeping.
There you go, PizzaDAO. Pizza.
Yeah, the dollar. Free pizza.
Let's FG. Oh no, LFG.
Let's fucking go.
You are fucking gone.